Today na the 12th day of January 2021. We wan come learn a table wetin we get from the ACC Commissioner Francis Ben Kaifala, wey e tell we for say the COVID-19 audit 2020 and the special audit on NACOVAC with also the 2019 Auditor General's report, wetin ACC don't do for show say ACC need business and they mean am. Bokutin we learn today. But not to go talk for him. We can listen am. But before that, make we see wetin NACOVAC will make me you know for COVID-19 updates for today. The labs then be analyze 540 tests them. 540 tests. Out of that 540 tests day, 18 turn out for be positive. The 18 positive case, 14 na from Western area urban, 4 na from Western area rural. Because of that 18 new cases they will get today, the confirmed positive cases now in Salondo reach 2,864. For the past 24 hours, nobody lost in life to COVID-19. So we still stand at 77. The one them within an isolation center, the number don't reach now 781. Okay. For the past 24 hours, 14 people recover from coronavirus. This one don't carry the recoveries numbers to 2006. The one them where they in quarantine are 527, and the one them we don't discharge from quarantine na 12,737. Make we come na the Mano River Union countries them. For today, Sierra Leone, just like as I say, 18. Guinea, 38. Liberia, Operation 0. Ivory Coast, 144. So for today, the Mano River Union countries them register 200 cases, except Liberia no mix. I think we for begin sideline them until then begin give an update say then conduct 300 tests and then get so and so. Even though they self pan this festive season, people in travel come, people in travel come out. So then good like that, my dear. We go to say now for the 3 countries then, excluding Liberia. Until then begin for tell we. Say then test 100 and 100 turn out for be negative. Without that, we just they give them the eye. Cumulative death. Sierra Leone 77, Guinea 81, Liberia 83, and Ivory Coast 139. That one they give a total number of 380 people where the Mano River Union countries and lost to COVID-19. You know say COVID-19 day. So please, if you know one do one for yourself, if to say self you know like yourself, I beg, make you not go infect the next person just because of the next person. Please, adhere to the precautionary measures. We come to a program proper. Earlier today, Francis Ben Kaifala been get a press briefing where they want to make me and you, the public, know the good work where the Auditor General do and where they want to make you know say then they work together. Auditor General gets in own and ACC back get in own. So after the Auditor General done doing work, ACC come, then do their own. We have one for tell Francis Ben Kaifala, thank you. He done doing work. He say he need for can explain to we. And at the end of the day, he don't make we know say somebody get for pay for him. Somebody get for answer the call. Somebody. So they wait for this somebody here. We go CID. This somebody will they wait for him. For now, he not get name. If you come, you meet the commissioner, Francis Ben Kaifala, they talk. Maybe you self the one that say, okay, waiting they go on and if they talk about the 2019 audit report and the 2020 NACOVAC special reports. Now be they talk about. That last part, it look like say Francis Ben Kaifala pull int pan NACOVAC. He say because them go can't say just no, ACC they gang up against we, ACC they make we not do we work, ACC, and that's exactly what in NACOVAC tell ACC where ACC Ola laptop. Then say the figures then they go up now, and then laptop the way ACC be all. Then 47 laptop then na per their laptop they then they work. And they know they make them do them work proper because ACC all the laptop them. The time when ACC say that they do investigation. So we say, then go say just now, then they make them able for deliver because ACC they interrupt them. Well, NACOVAC be say something like that, and ACC self be talk say, na so NACOVAC say. I wish like how them hold the laptop now so them don't hold all the motoka them for verify. Because for the motoka them, ACC tell we say, even before the audit report come on, then we don't begin that investigation day. Huh? This motoka say for determine if na new or not to new self. Now wahala o. Is it say because big guns then and then they under this motoka procurement? Now I make ACC still the drag foot? Because the laptop you sharp they say they don't done. Then with the motoka now, then still they give you one excuse after the other. Say the motoka yon after in difficult for determine. Even though ACC tell we stay, then we don't begin for investigating motoka the day before the audit report. Still to date, we don't know if the motoka then are new or some are old or some new. If you be done the follow them motoka then they, you go no say the powers that be in some of the ministries them they and then they under them motoka then they. So I know they tell you say ACC now they doing work. No. But let we look and find no more how ACC they doing work. ACC they work, yes. ACC they collect thief money, yes. ACC they collect money where them for collect, yes. But how? How? If you want to compare to previous ACC, you go say yes, kudos to Francis Ben Kaifala. He's doing it, and with the same money that they come, even though I don't know that if you don't listen to Naya, you say people and they say, and they want to see the cashes and that, but in one for big person, you say the money not in an ACC account. Well, one day now I look the doubt am because wetin do Francis Ben Kaifala don't carry check go as a symbol of handing over. Then that check the deposit for make na the one pot when the consolidated fund. But he say if the money not in a ACC account, he know the talk am. So ACC, yes, then they work. So even inside this administration, if you been look through the audit report, you go find out say some office then they will then be called not so. But I think the one then they not attract ACC the attention because not to them only call. Not to them only call. But offices then they we been there na the audit report for 2019 in no call them. Well, sometimes you go say not to all and go able for do one thing. Because with all what he explains so, ACC the hand full up. ACC the hand full up. I be talking before, say the commissioner make an unfortunate statement and he even repeat am back today. He even repeat am back today for say the money the way in the can call say unaccounted for. Not to for say they don't na it on a thief then thief am. But sometimes they don't do the work, now the proper procedure na they not do. Do ya? If you be done the follow AAA na ya. Yes. Even when the 2018 audit report come on, waiting AAA be say na this platform. I not make a public announcement say, do ya? The one them waiting at this administration now. We don't see say report after report from the audit service Sierra Leone. They show we say people and they do work, but they're not able for go through the correct procedure and provide the receipts them. I say so we not go on for a reader same story day na this administration because waiting new na the new direction. That one in a testilo. Not testilo. But the commissioner say 149 billion loans missing. But in just one for make we understand say not to for say the money missing no. But sometimes they do the work, then they're not able to go through the correct procedure, or then do this, they're not able. That in itself is corruption. That in itself, for failing for go through the procedure, you corrupt, you incompetent, you should not be there. But they are all still there. Now you don't make announcement to una can't pay. So if you not be testilo, you want testilo, una can't pay. Show me what's in the difference now. You go say yes before when audit service report pulls so anti-corruption, the likes of Adi Macaulay, not so Fitzgerald, then they can't do waiting anti-corruption, they do so now. And just take and say, well, the game na the game. Then we'll go on to the next one. Anti-corruption, at least they make the noise. Then you will not say you're not ranga. I beg go pay, Even when it come to the chief minister in office, the first one where he talk about. The first one we talk about the chief minister office, he also defended back. The second one, he say somebody need to pay. But the first one, when he announce him, now he say, yes, somebody do something we not able for, maybe not go through the procedure and whatnot. But where he be there inside, somebody needs to account for it. And I did the chief minister office slide inside back. He said, no, say, he go need for say somebody needs to answer for this. Because that first one, right after that, now the turnout account to Anes by Kuruma University. Right after that, I come to that first one where he say this the chief minister office and maybe say sometimes somebody don't pay after as he done that one then I come to and it's by Kuruma University and over and over and over. With all the money that we don't read today now, we Francis Ben Kaifala don't talk. If people really do the work where we hire them for, you think say salon for those how they so they like it today? Now that 10 day, now then care we go now a Ministry of Information. Now they then go tell we say them bury money then na coffin, them bury money then a grave. So that we go forget about this one where Francis Ben Kaifala can show we about this administration. Money unaccounted for. Money way for circulate. NRA money for go to NRA. NRA do it in they supposed for do with them. How money no go short in the country? And we are here pointing fingers for the one they don't come almost here. The one they wouldn't pay inside me. Then say na then thief the money. Then we left the one that they right in front of we. The likes of Joseph Sano. Same Joseph Sano, we tell we say ingo team up trianga one see say the alternative road for the toll road, they make them. But you don't get that to remember again. Some people think we forget. No, like me, I never forget to because that alternative road they for don't make it easier for me. But no, they not agree. They lied to we, and Joseph Sano was one of them. Now, Joseph Sano now can begin champion back say this money was short is so now the previous administration. And this we are just talking about 2019 Naya. Because waiting new money for circulate. Money when not circulate, it is on side. They keep it. Not to 220 million, somebody go pay so na cover people who say them pull 220 million one time when money not in a bank. Who da keep the money? Who keep money? Hey, yeah. Okay. Who da keep money na ya? Now the one who don't come on long time, now they still keep money. Or now the one that we dey now. Where ACC don't call and so we go see just how they begin go pay. Then you go tell me who be keep the money. Then now one divert we one pull we come on here, can we go behind? No. They want to know. They want to know kaiba. But the kind we own ourselves can right now, Hey, you not even funny self. This is a real new direction, being. Yes? They're not wrong go when they say new direction. This is a real one. If you don't understand, well, look inside the way I mean. Yeah? Look inside the way I mean. Why they talk about new direction? Real one. But what are we saying here? The findings them where they na the audit report. The commissioner say he want make me you know say na the same with their own findings. However, the conclusion na indifferent. The findings them are the same. But the conclusion, because waiting do, then get the power for go beyond, for interpret. Whether one day, na in the audit service then no gets. When they ask you, say, count big pen, you go count kilometric, then they tell you, say, the big pen don't lost. Now then you walk down one day. I take you fine, kilometric and big. Now so, the audit, then they walk. Because when they look, say, waiting, you be procure, now waiting, now big. When they come, then they ask you, say, where the big? You go come, you go count kilometric, then they say, no not to kilometric na the paper. Na big na the paper. So go carry them. When you not carry them, then tell you say the big don't missing. Well, ACC now when then come, then they say, okay, so well go carry the big. You say no, you know that procurement paper might not be correct. Not so big it be supposed for right. If you watch the pictures there, na kilometric now be all. Now the paper no more ain't say na big. So then now then go now for go investigate. That's how it works. Now I make you about that generator back and forth. But the explanation with ACC for say the findings them not the same, not just the conclusion. And the conclusion now I take you example for kilometric and big na ya. Then say this one, now just an insight. And then give it so. Don't then give warning to them one them we know say the name be in that paper. And then give it. So if you know say you name the day, they say let you go pay up. Because at trust you be trust. So if in the say now for go pay up, then at the end it say if then send Scorpio squad you go CID. So when you not pay up, now then you go get issue with ACC. So if you pay up or you go make that settlement where ACC can do, you are good to go. If you did an office, then give you money for whatever reason, wait for make people live a better life. You choose not for do them. You use the money for whatever reason, or you put her on the bed, or you go bury na being gone. Where ACC call for the money, just go hand over. Then you are good. But if you no hand over, you make Scorpion squad come, now the issue go there. Now the issue go there. Okay. So una we be they bash the audit service Sierra Leone. Usa una de now do ya? Because I remember there was a campaign against the Auditor General. There was a massive campaign after that. Say they lie, say this and that, then for Pulam, do that, all kind that, then be they make. Francis Ben Kaifala now don't come today. They don't tell we say they do a fantastic job, and now they own turn for carry out with the job. Usai Francis Ben Kaifala in tell we na say audit service lie per people. So una way be they go and write. To the extent the first lady self be mixed panda kind of kuku jumukude. In self be mixed param. Because even that one for the timber, you hear them call timber na ya. You hear ACC talk about timber. Mba. I beg. They're not talk about timber. Then they not attract them. You not attract them. Waiting, then get magnet for. Now they don't explain to you, so now they don't give you insights for. And they don't give you so. So in case you be no more, you can't meet waiting be the gone. I just want to make you know say, now this now be the gone. Unsupported documents, GST, withholding without tax, you name it. Any kind of way you want game, billions them. They don't lost. Can't be accounted for. It say what to make them spring one term by the 2020 young. Now because you know say that one day you not go ask for. It say but for the 2019 audit service report, that one day need more time. Other than get for work with Parliament. I don't know how Parliament get for work with tuna. Because Parliament self said the name the inside. But in don't tell we say then they do thorough investigation inside Parliament. And when they come out and do with the investigation, it says some of them things and the way they show inside the audit report, then we'll go able to understand more. But this investigation from Parliament now, you don't tell. From where Paran, Honorable Paran and Honorable Tawa, they meet up na 98.1. Jiggy. Where ACC kind say we invite them. You don't say now. Today they tell say they na conclude. Waiting na the conclusion stage. Hey, salon money. When a jama money, will not be afraid for it. Money when a jama money. Because waiting do. Go just arrange and with ACC. But ACC tell we say now somebody they go na jail. This somebody I hope we go see. We hope say this somebody will go for go na jail. Not of made them go start from that 2016. No. And that 2016 self they are not immune to go to jail. But we want to see inside the 2019 union. Somebody inside the 2019 back for go na jail. Now here I explain on Saturday for say Mr. Fofana when at the permanent secretary na Ministry of Health and Sanitation, they announce a name for Bluetooth speaker, Bluetooth headphone. He say now for waiting now then they do Zoom call. But the 220 million leons where ACC don't collect from NACOVAC staff them, na somebody them. Then na somebody them. But they say they don't pay. He left 34 million. So, for say back down the road, we can see somebody has been placed behind bars because that's somebody. You're doing a fine job, Francis Ben Kaifala. I know it's not an easy one. I know. Definitely, it's not easy. Even though you make tough, you talk tough. Some people say na brag, you brag. We really want to see how this 2019 audit service report get for play out. But the way I don't start with NACOVAC, we wanna collect 220 million leons. On a try release the name them. On a try release the name them, do ya? You don't tell we say people and go and talk say how you not even get that kind of money there. We'll take you for what you say. You not get that kind of money there. Agree, sir. But to do ya, release the names them. Then we go begin for tally the names then to people who they work in a NACOVAC. Let who self make sure say their names they are real people them, not to made up names. Hey, Papa God, Epsilon. And the salon is so ghetto. Where we people them, and they go to bed. They don't even know what and they eat the next day. They don't. But now, yeah, one great man with him rotimbele, then get and work for do. He go collect money. Do wrong. These are the time we want for see presidentbio. Show we the no nonsense man where he say him be. But now they say presidentbio act just on them go say you don't take the law, you need for a process and whatever that. Okay. Let we see how Francis Ben Kaifala go handle this. You know what thing, Seth? Francis Ben Kaifala, do ya? Who still una go begin showing now with them people there? Una do am video. I like una no talk. Una just do the mumu. Una just do mumu, but una do a video when them people are they can pay una money. Let us see. I think then they not go bad though. For me, because a lot of people and they question the ACC. So it will be easy where somebody they can pay. On the lawyer can go pay. Who that can go pay? On them picking and them wife there. On them side chick there. On them sugar daddy there. Who that can go pay? Who that can go back there? Una one day who say they agree say pay 20 today can pay 20 tomorrow. But that one they can pay today we go sum up for that we want for no. That one next back it go help you. It go make you collect more awards. Because the Canada awards the way Francis Kaifala don't collect enough funny. And people are still let out time. Okay. Make we out who's friend. Make we what in who's friend get for we? Yes, who's friend, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, for giving me the platform. Thanks to all our listeners and viewers there. Yeah. Let God continue for help. We just like they say, they looking and see that are the big problem in life. Like we ask our let people then look and they ask even in the ACC boss for look. They ask the government itself for look. They ask the citizens there for look. But the problem is for see, because everybody is stand for look and look. But the barrier okay they can we the mortal man them. Now you know the problem where they face, but put things them in society for let they not go through. Looking at mortal man, first of all, then get a relationship for say this that person will naturally know him. I don't affiliate with them. You get people that will say, okay, this na my own group. Then this it get actual family relationship. So when you look at all them factors, there are beaucoup in terms of waiting they bring person for use to person, sabi person, or let you know go further for do what you get for do, or do bad to them, say, or do the best for them. So but that barrier they would be between our people and will see because they don't they look. You see, and when they get for series, now in the thing where the people are now, then they try to find out where is this public confidence. So the public confidence now he summarize everything where they talk so. So the access that public confidence get for build up. It come, but it come in a hiccup form. So it come in a form where now the man is duty is to try for let go legislate. He give penalty them regarding the law of criminal acts when for embezzled money. Because any unlawful possession na criminal act, whether na in the form of money or in the form of assets. But in most time, money then they use, then some of them then they use the assets, and then the balance, then they use them back. Like the SUVs, let's say that area of the SUVs, an example of them. Some they profit from the vehicle at the moment, and then there's another group where they profit from the area where they go buy them, where the price they seen as so if for day, then the one at the balance will actually not count for pure document like this. So these are the areas that we get the problem. But when we get for CC independent Kaifala, try for tell we say it left to in conclusion. And then the way then they go now the findings there, they're all now the same findings. You see, but who side the differentiation they are out now and the conclusion. And at that area they now people and they try for ask who said that public confidence did. So you go ask, first of all, they as an ACC, are they overstretched in their duty? Then they get stress or now a stress problem then they face. Then one way an issue when one side, but it not affects this scenario what we see in terms of for say people they don't get what they need for give. Okay, then people then they where they get forgive something where they forgive. And then what is now the money where the country they cry for. Then you mirror now the parliament when in first institution will forbid the mirror of all this country. So there now the question is, well, they don't give a job to the ACC. Then the ACC, they try for delegates in duty. They go ask, say, he go all the area there where you get for go, you get the qualities on, you go say, yes, he implements them. But because the implementation, it get barriers from some areas, then they see actually, if you a person see, say, okay, there is an audit where now the audit for this NACOVAC, now so they head them. So you will ask now, well, why there is something, there is no support and they support the past regime or anything, but when they try to talk of a scenery wherein things where there is a claim, say, this is what we are capable of doing, and this would they do, and it don't come pronounce at a level where it don't pay within the short time, and the method where they say that we don't apply for stop this, it don't stop. So this is the area now where the confidence comes, the government in mirror they work, or now the area where the ACC say them they for advice, no they work, because they say in July they advise they putting them for Fala. So they not fix up on this 219. But the early intervention, now one thing what they do. But the problem now with the early intervention, you will get for us the public office and the MDAs then, because they are knowing that this now we culture how we go able for change with pattern, forget what we need forget. Now we know they go keep them, we say they go get for go pull on our hand. But because of the ego, the selfishness, they thief this money, put us aside, they hold the money, the bank, when a bank owner, they go back to the central bank, when a banker of banks, they're not able to come pay to the central bank, then the commercial bank may receive that money, which go they need get. So if they ask, where is the money circulating? You see, all this scenario, it comes to the public confidence. So it's up to who side in the ACC go try for begin the service. This is the solution. Now this is the thing. But if they try for tell me all this, I say somebody they explain the one we get for pay, the one we get for account for. So this now the method we say that this will get for use for getter. So when they try to then get for losing like this with the getter. They get for say something, then get for arrest them. So then they get for give an account. There's something so but there is nothing more than that. Like if they come back say, well, you get to go give this money here. When you give them, case done. So you go ask now, is arrest okay? So that you will get for fear forgive them. But you get for ask the question, say, is that the end of it? For let that man they go. For let it go just go continue walk back. They go find another method for can't thief, because then they find methods every now and then, as long as that selfish ego. Or the government therefore revisit some of the strategies where they go pass, so that the ACC will recommend that if they're having a problem of overstretch, well, that might be in terms of cases they wouldn't get. But you look at what they prioritize, then bring down to the public, because that's that we need for Yeri. Because there are other issues, the foreign begin tell we a press release of people in pain, because there was a press release where there was a promise of giving those names. And the journalists, they're not able to get them still. So you give for blame the journalist, somebody will be a spokesman those time. But all those kind of things, they question them. Because him, I congratulate them, we are sorry, and for don't do during the introduction. What I for don't do for congratulating the President Kaifala and for that Honorable Chief Justice Surengia, they say a distinguished lawyer. So they expect this for let it go reflect now in the other method them where the public will get a confidence. So that then will remove the barriers them who they feel say government they go delay forget this, or government will sit down this they happen back, but the people they have to see. And the government has to see. But he say he get to go to the parliament for let it go give them then you portion. Let us see how they will go before that one day. So it come to the delegation within Giam. And then in case start. So within the parliament get for tell her, and that one day it get for come with, it decide now which will go with the case that now for the salaries then weigh the parliament and the money then will be there. So now that one day I believe say they wait for, but that one day back get for bring another issue we could delay them. Because the area is the barrier in the relationship. Because some people then get the fear, we don't have person, I will go meet this person here, that neutrality. That's the question we get with the day. But you get for be strong. The people then get for stop. Then the parliament get for act. Now that one they get for make the confidence and the voices of the most marginalized people and let them try the so that this will stop now the country. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much for giving the platform.
All right, thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah, you're most welcome.
Yes, sir. All the way from Freetown, make we come with Dr. Aisatuka Kejalo. Make we hear waiting in get for we. Yes, doctor, you get a platform.
Yes, hi. Good evening, everyone. I hope everybody they do well. Thanks to Usfred, and also for the summary where you give, as well as thanks to the ACC Francis Kaifala for the report. As he mentioned, say it in job and in role also include educating the public on really what they do, and try for explain things and to we. He outlined so many things. I believe say we believe for say you don't collect money, we for go towards something we could benefit the nation. Nobody not a doubt say collect me for me I know the doubt, but the point is if you don't collect the money, why the money not be into use, right? For collect money, put on an account where be say in order for make any benefit to the people them, it makes no sense. From the time where they don't collect the money to now, would they expect say the money for don't day into works for what? For healthcare facility where be say it will benefit people in the nation. And then he mentioned so many different things. We come to the SUVs. Yes, he mentions whatever the government or the NACOVAC then feel say they getting money for buy whatever type of vehicle they want buy, they can buy them. But I think the points we they try for understand or they try for point out is as we question these SUVs whether they are brand new or not brand new, and we all know the cost of a brand new vehicle compared to used vehicles are two different money. So if you go put something down, feel this not a new and that money they didn't pay for, and then but in return what you get a used vehicle, so then you really know they account for the money in a right way, and in that way now other people that you deprive of things and what they need with them for don't get and for help them out. And then they talk about fear, with people then they always get issue with. So if una they always get issue with the fuel part, why make una not go find a way of putting some form of strategy for let una understand say yes, why people then they account for the fuel within they use, and they supposed for only use the fuel for government work or work we get for do it, then work. You're not supposed to use, really government, vehicle after certain hours. So I'm not sure if they really then they enforce their laws and they for law understand say you get the vehicle for let you do you work. After you work, you need for put on down, take your personal car and go into whatever you have to do. Talk about some of the things and with the Ministry of Education and all that. So there's always been this thing coming up, whether it's 2016, 2018. So, what happened to the 2019, all the problems that we didn't identify in 2019, and even the most recent ones, within the wake on to COVID-19. So I feel say, yes, it's good to put all these things out there, and then it don't make for like we understand, say, then go out there, the Scorpion squad will go out there for ensure say people then either pay or then get to go to prison for their actions. Yes, nobody know they're against that. But I believe say then they work a little bit slow. We can't to then kind of so, if they already get the report, just like they say, using the Auditor General then report, go really help them in what thing they do. So I believe say then now for fast track everything, for now we really get the money back where it belong to the nation, so that we will build the nation rather than left people then into rather than leaving people into poverty, this hunger, and this lack of health care in the country. All them different things they are so when they go on, like really they, disturb within they go on at this point. So there's so many things, and I just feel say we not saying that they do well. It try to compare the system and how then affects corruption with other countries down. Yes, then other countries, then if we look at it, I don't feel say then they go through things and where we they go through, where we say we they lack, when our basic human needs, basic human rights, we still they crawl for get them thing and they. So we feel say it would be very nice for let them understand, say, the corruption, what you don't do to Salon, it's terrible. And then it's gonna be very hard for like compare Salon with other countries them where we say at least then get good healthcare facility, then get water, then get running water, and also then get light 24/7. So if we still cry for them kind of thing, with corruption day and everybody want affect in a political lens, I think it's a problem. You not go say just because now this is in this problem, not to me side the day. So that means I will affect the one way the on my side. But the same way it can't to me on turn and not do anything. I think that is not a problem. There's a problem that we therefore deal with the first lady, we therefore deal with the president himself, we will get right now. I believe say them for tackle. And I'm glad he say nobody not intimidate them, nobody not they're not afraid nobody. So if you're not afraid nobody, go to whoever the person is. If them fight, you hold them account. If them they do corruption, we be say then they destroy we nation. Please go out there, get them, let them pay for it. And then if whatever humiliation they have to get being out in the press, being out in the public because they do something wrong, please call them out because they need to know that within and they do they hinder so many things for the people in a salon. And we all they see some of the things that they see really people in the suffer at this country. If we can affect corruption even for like let's say 10% in each year, you will really see the difference as to how we country will go forward in the next 5 to 10 years. Well, if we really they still there on the same thing and whatnot, we can. I want to say yes. As FBK talk, it really they talk in a lot of passion, and I commend them for that. I really hope say that passion there is really waiting it will display we can to really retrieving the money for the government for the country and for letting go put that into good use. So in go retrieve in team go retrieve the money, but really where it come, why they not using it immediately? Why are they waiting like over a year now from where it collect the first set of money, waiting to go on with that money? So that's a big question. I don't know if you're saying that in the question, I think the question is going more towards, who that hold on to the money? Why then still hold on to the money? Because it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense because we'll probably come for just now, then go take the money and say, oh, we use them because, we've been really in need of this. That's not helpful. So really, I believe, say, we can fight corruption. We, the public, also get a responsibility for play. If we see, say, corruption that take place, they'll call it out. They'll really report it. And if we do that, I think, we can really improve in how we fight corruption. And also let the people that way really they don't call them out, let them really go and show up and make sure, see, then refund the money. But one thing though I want to say, just because they don't refund the money, not for mean say, they don't for pay for any other fine. I think say them for do some form of community service, way for benefit the nation, because you go thief and then you go benefit yourself and you family members then or you immediate family members then and you forget say somebody be there out there, we be there in a hospital or we be lack, clean drinking water or drink contaminated water and then you end up for die or you end up for get sickness we cause so many other problems and so on. So then kind of thing and they really need for pay for their actions because then really they you're not supposed for the we for on the pass who's out there right now. So I really hope that we will fight corruption to the highest, pay we put them for pay. Yeah, pay the money. I think we want that, but at the same time there should be some form of punishment attached. I think that would really set an example so that the next people that will come or the next set of people them, even if they see person a tram, then go say you better don't do that. You know, it's just sad that people don't account for, you know, waiting then take and waiting then buy. Because if you know, say they do something on job, really, you know, so for sure receipts. If you want to get refund, if for sure receipts for everything where you buy, where you get for do it, you work related, you know. So we all do that, you know, overseas. If they send you on a job trip, or if you even have like mileage and all that in there, then can ask you for like count for that, and then go give you. But you just get for show proof. If you don't show proof, how you expect for let them pay you? So maybe that now other thing them for begin to think of, for say, you know what, if you not show any proof of you work, you know, for say you use this money for this and this, that's it, you're not getting the money. If they do that, trust me, people will start listening or will start following that step. But you know, now that we get for say tonight, and I really hope say, you know, corruption as alone, it will become something, you know, in the past. But I know it's a long way. We have a long way to go, but we just want to see some improvement in nation development, some improvement in how we treat we fellow citizens, or we citizens in the country. We come to, you know, meeting certain needs where everybody deserve, not to just like now the one we privilege and forget them. Everybody deserves that in a day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and who the call from, please.
Yes, Triple. This is Adama from New York.
Yes, Adama, you get 3 minutes, ma.
Okay. Me, I will give kudos to Francis Ben Kaifala for the fact that he don't bring corruption to light, because for many years since we have independence, we all know for say that country corrupt. Everybody they talk about that country, a corruption. How we don't put people in a position where they're supposed to take care of our people. They're supposed to make life better for our people, but they don't do them. For the first time, as far as I'm concerned, I don't understand how things has been going by Francis. They explain to us what people they do about the funds, the money where they're supposed to do the right thing for the people that earn the drum. So for me, I will get I'll get kiddo. I know for say it not gonna happen today. Corruption not done today. Corruption it will be for a while. Okay, I mean all over even United States here they have corruption here. But since you don't bring everything to light, and I hope and I wish it will able for deal with this situation as time goes on. So now me I put on table today. And another thing, I don't take me second Pfizer vaccine today, and I am fine, just like the first one where I take. I only know because where I touch the arm where they give me the shot. I do it this morning, 11 o'clock in the morning. So I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. You don't take all 2 the dose, right?
Yes, I don't take the 2 today.
All right.
So I don't complete them.
We watch you.
Yes.
The ID by you. We watch. Thank you very much, Adama.
Thank you very much,
Okay.
Good night.
Good
Bye
night,
bye, sir. Yes. Okay.
Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who the call from, please.
You know, Ezekiel, the call from Oregon.
Yes, Ezekiel, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you so much, Triple A. Me just like how the first caller indicates, definitely we get long way for go. However, the small move way then they make, we will continue for monitor and audit them. The good thing is the more AAA you program and other programs that they continue for press, now the more other things they come out. Anything where you announce, now a guidepost where we go record. And thank God you program the way they keep records. You know, we can dog into inside this archive and pull out and say, Trade, you be tell we say now, so group them don't do all kinds of this. Way the report, way the collection. So I'm glad the way it come out and confirm certain things way the audits be put out. And so I'm glad for that. I go give him small kudos for that. And because every time we say something, now something we will go hold him accountable for. We go to call his name on that continuously. And the other suggestion one for me, in as much as then they walk slowly, they need to try for show who that then collect this money from, and who side that how much they collect per their individual. Yeah, me I they ask, do you for this government for let you get a good record, for let you get a good legacy, at least whatever little amount will you collect. If you afraid for show the name now, Lord we say at the end of your 2 term. Lord, una record this lay day way accessible na the internet so that we go able begin reach on records. Tomorrow when they want put this kind of post in some place like this, we will say, even though you pay with trade, you not a reliable person. This not the way we for able come. If we not able put them in jail, Lord, we put them in an archive way irretrievable by any Sierra Leone anywhere around the world. You know, any American person today, you know, be say corruption or they are people and they go jail, people and they get record against her. So when you see them put in social security and you name, boom, he show up. Papa, this man be thief na trade. This man been go to jail. This man been get felony. Please, you not begin to put that together. If you want get good record tomorrow, where you go, where it will be part of your legacy, then go say you not be collect much. However, at least we get record. For Gopa, tell we say Mr. B, that chief man, we will put our hand at trade, it destroys something in that country there. Do you know we not put her? So that people will go begin get record. We will begin get record. The receipt issue, what they talk about, Lord will begin put the merchants there. People that wait and get shop, Lord will begin put them on alert because that country is so corrupt. The person they go, if they agree with the shop owner, then they write something down. For let the person go present her. Tomorrow they say now they receive this. Lord will begin alert to the shop owner there. If you not listen to this program, government person come to you. It tell you say now for write this amount for cement bag. You go put her. Now you shop there then it go close one day. Because when anti-corruption will come after you until you not get connection, now government, then go run you till you business collapse. So business people stay on the alert because then people are where you want quiz and they come on, where you want quiz and they come on like water. Where they come up a bucket. The moment you want wait to be they run down at the other side. So shop owners, be on the alert. If government person come to you, you go inflate the receipts. One day they will come after you. So me, I want to let the government find a way for keep record. This is a computer age now. Please, Sierra Leone, please put them people here the name inside record. The position where they be hold and how much they be thief, how much they be paid. Lay them at the record. If we not put it in a jail, at least we'll get record. We'll go reflect to. That's not my contribution. Thank you so much, Triple A.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Yes, caller 11 here. You name and who call from, please.
This is Martha. They call from Delaware, USA.
Yes, Martha, you get 3 minutes, ma.
Okay. First, me want to say thank you to Francis Ben Kaifala for all this explanation. But the same question I go ask again. If you say I don't collect the money, I don't give the president. But today he say the money they in the account. So like where and Dr. Isa to say, if the money it don't collect time, maybe the money not sit down. The money sit down, it not get used to the people then. We foresee the money they flow in the economy, then we go actually believe, say yes, okay, them money I wouldn't collect, now them money are in the use, people then go believe them. Then number 2, when you go buy the items here, for example, if you say you don't go buy iPhone 13, then give you iPhone 11. Definitely you're supposed to know say the wrong item, then give you that we're talking about the laptop and the generator. So maybe then supplier don't use all these years, say salon people they don't even know what they buy, then they check, then they audit, so we can just supply anything. So this is not lesson now for all government, parastate, or anybody where they order something for the country, for salon. Say if you say for go buy generator 50K, you for make sure say where they deliver now generator 50K for avoid all the situation there. Then number 3, me they encourage me young salon people and say this now with opportunity now, this now with time for stand farm for old farm, and all them people are accountable, and for press harder for make sure say you minister when they give you money for go build school. The school for build, like waiting that teacher or lecturer or professor do that, they are so happy. Therefore stand firm. Therefore they confront them people there. If the salon people then started they confront them, believe then if you go reduce. But when they come, then talk to the salon people them, bribe them or give them money election, then forget for insisted no. You be say they build school for we where the school. So it's about time salon people follow we all we lead and they accountable so that this sufferness go reduce na the country. So this na me own contribution tonight. Francis Benkala, show we the money by throwing it into the community. Let us see it. You're doing a good job. Keep your word, maintain your word, and you will be proud, and we will be proud, and Salon will be proud. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Martha.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, bye. Yes, caller, ID live on here. Your name and who the call from, please.
Hello, AAA. This is Dave KT. I call from Virginia.
Yes, I get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, AAA. Thank you so much again for this recap on what happened this morning. You know, the whole scenario, like, it been so funny because Mr. Ben Kaifala, he did do a lot of good job, but it seemed to me like he did defend almost everybody, all the money they when they say, then don't missing. Well, in the justify for say, it possible say the people then provide the services, but they not get the documentation. But if you they go as the person where they go investigate, you already don't get the assumption for say, not to thief this money. How you able to dive into and proper for let you know what they go on? I mean, like the generator, where you say the generator now the same one, and they see outside the Chinese, but them mechanical thing they all get serial number, then get the make, then get the serial number. We know they ever be the same with any other one. Why don't you just compare? They make a model of what them being donate, and you compare it with what you get. You don't need for council can explain for say generator or generator. It go back to the same thing. It's a phone na phone. Are you telling me if then people and they go procure iPhone, the latest one, then they can provide to you Nokia, the youngest Nokia? You go say because they don't give phone, that means a phone na phone. I mean, some of them think they're very easy for they able to find out. Look at they justify about the motorcar they wouldn't buy if they knew or if they not new. I mean, audiometer they go up in thousands and thousands because then they test on a factory or then they test on the parking lots. Then think they all not easy one them. Me they suspect say there are big guns where get hands into them one and then I make them not get mine for touch day. Just like they not touch the timber. The timber gates, if they go up in the just know, all the one old salon they turn timber. Bra. So these people and they really they play on the people of Sierra Leone, make a copy Mike from Philadelphia, he wants them. And they play tricks and they play games. If you know say you're really serious about fighting corruption, you don't name the one way like the permanent secretary. Why not name the one that are narcovac? Just like how you said, don't repeat more than times, you know. And why them for continue for hold them positions? Even if not to thief, you call ourselves, you know. It is an attempt for make you thief the government. So that attempt there alone don't show you a very bad character. Why should you continue for hold that place there, that position there? Other people are not in at the country, we're going able for fit in and do the same job and they together. We go into parliament. Parliament wouldn't be tell them say they are the most corrupt, then throw away Honorable Tawa all the way at the back. Well, this is a proof. Honorable Tawa for go get a copy of this now and bring an a parliament and say now part of this have been talk about for say parliament corrupt. Because the Auditor General don't go dig, it don't find something. So my own worries now I get for the commissioner. If then people are, they don't accuse them of also doing corruption, but you get to go consult with them for tell them what you plan for do. Seriously, not above case. And finally, for join the other callers them. That money are where they say that they collect. Make them begin pay for the water they na people they host there now. People they poor, people they suffer for water and electricity. But I think say all them billion yeah what today. It's like na music are there. If they get all that one day, something for don't buy the boat self when the power generator of boats, who go say this belongs to the country. Oh now we own now, not the rent again. Me the billion them, a better way be saying alios. Because if this have been dollars, oh. But anyway, that's all my game for today. Thank you so much, and thanks to the listeners.
All
Don't
right,
put
thank you
pressure
very
on them.
much, Dave.
Don't continue to put pressure on them.
Yes.
They will then go change. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and inside the coffin, please.
Hi, this is Janet Mafimusa. I'm calling from London.
Yes, Janet, you get 3 minutes.
Yes, I'm really listening to WACC boss. And what comes to mind is the animal farm situation. Usai, you say to yourself, the APC they lost election because of corruption, and then SPP then come, they make so much noise, then get COI, whatever you call them, and then Auditor General report Comonado, then do more than the situation where they say they come for rescue, and then when you see the ACC boss, they attack certain areas, then when it comes to the one way close to their heart, it begins an excuse for them. I am just saying to myself, like what you've been saying, this is a new direction indeed, because if you talk about you get prosecutorial powers, waiting make, we're able for take them to court, you find them wanting, throw them out of their position, because everybody they say, why keep them in that same position? They may then go regroup and continue deceiving. So some people are more equal to others than others, something of that nature. You get one the way you protect those that see the sacred cow syndrome. You get first of all the timber conversation will come up. Nothing of that came to light today. There's a report out there about $500,000 spent between the president and IWF allegedly in a month. Nothing of that kind of conversation really roam around the ACC not ever touch them, And so you ask yourself, is this a sham? It's just the people and we not get no power now they no more than they go after. Then put the teachers them in their voice the teacher them na quantity and display them or wherever they were placed. So for me, this whole thing, if you ask me, it's a sham. It's a total sham. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Janet. Yes, caller 11 here. Your name and inside the coffin, please.
Yeah. Triple A, thank you very much. This now Omar from Los Angeles.
3 minutes,
this
sir.
not thief business. This not all thief. And that's my chroma thief clear everything. Madam you can go in where they go deport them. And that's my chroma in go take a lick report inside with your hand. And that's Madam you in to take the pot the all the carry and go. So law not just hit on one side. They're all the thief. They're all sarcastic, they're all thief. Not thief people. Because first of all, this guy, he did do well. But just like what in the caller before this last one say, why they defending people here? If you're not detective or you're not a criminal investigator, why they defend them? I listened to an interview in 98.1. Even the motorcar, he said that's some small driving mileage. Well, but you listen quietly with this guy they talk. Anytime we bet Kaifala they talk, he holla, he confused. When we listen to the press conference where Auditor General and call, the gentleman they sit down nice, the lady sit down nice, they all talk slowly, nicely, explain the issue them detail by detail. Everybody understand. When Kaifala they talk in the holla for confused people. The man talker, they get motorcar and the way they make it 50,000. Any motorcar we get 1,000 miles na use, whether not pre-owned or used na use. I can understand 200, 100, that you can say because most of the time when you go to car lot for go buy motor car, they say test drive. That can accumulate then can mileage delay. But 50,000, 70,000? In fact, 70,000, yeah, we all know 70,000, they don't even did a major car lot. It didn't a backyard car lot, 70,000 miles. So why then Kaifala not mention that? But yet they try for downplay, now drive with a car. No. The people that know what they see, when they go look the generator, the man don't talk. He says, they ask some question. The credit people, the auditor general, say, if we don't believe, when I go ask the Chinese and what give, then we tell you exactly which kind generator we then give. We just tell you what we need. So why they try to defend them working at the FBI, what we rely on? Why they try for pull away? It always go after, even what they say they go after them people there, it go after the low one them. The one that with the near bio, it defend them. It always find way for push them a corner. You let they act like that, where you not the country police. How you did that mean you let it work for me. Just like where Trump now had to go after FBI then for let it work for them. That's where they act. Now BA they work for. Because now the country they work for. Do what you see. Explain what you see. You're not a lawyer for them. So not go try for defend them. What you need now you tell we the public. Let we decide. But you not decide for them. Then you can't tell we. The way they do for talking, when them people are getting your press conference, then sit down nicely, the lady explain, the guy they explain details by details. We all understand. When you come, it cut and they will confuse you. We're not that crazy. If we not reach to the set way, reach, but we say sit down as some kind of a college do not. We're not crazy, but not the same people. And as by Kruma don't do it own. In fact, the only bad thing is this na ain't worth now they go. Because I never Kruma in be in one. This year na ain't worth. And they take the pots, the plaza sports, the sport, all they go for Kiango. And that's no more my brother.
Thank you very much. Yes, caller, ID live on air. You name and side call from, please.
Yeah, man, I come from Abu Dhabi.
Yes, man, I get 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you for the platform, you know. And as they say, we all happy with things that go on wrong. We get people where they try for rectify them. So then a very good step, you know. We all know past people the way they say they're not beneficiary from corruption. I don't know go say Francis Kaifala on the work. They talk, they holler too much. They do this, but we know Auditor General not to one thing, you don't come, not to the first Auditor General report this way, don't ever come on as alone. We know if they come ourselves, people don't get time for discuss about like this. So, but if it all begin to happen so, like today, so I know say we don't start something very good, you know. And even the Auditor General himself go be happy with it go day today. Because before this time, they go work for the end of the year, he can present the document. Nobody know they discuss about them. They give recommendation. Nobody know they follow the recommendation. Implementation. Nobody know they do them. So now, if we don't get people that we don't begin to try for chase people that we don't need to follow recommendation. You know, a very very important for we as a citizens, a good citizen, not to people that we don't be part of beneficiary from corrupt practices, where they go put down the commissioner in effort where they try for implement the recommendation from the Auditor General for at the moment, because we know before this time no step no they don't pardon anything that way they command, and so no more they go put her on the carpet. But if not biggie so a good step. Now as much as people they try for put the man down, but we will understand. We know say it happen. Things they go on some kind way, then they will not good, and it is still they do follow up. And then they fine. When they don't do recommendation on audit, if we implement them, the next people the way they go follow. We won't go say they don't go corruption or go they do it go day, but it go minimize because people that be done the way they don't cut into that system, they don't tend to say no. Even if you deliver the service, but you get for follow due processes. So if you don't follow due processes, if the money don't misappropriate, they don't take say now this is for do, you get for payback. And if you pay back next time, you go follow that due process. If you not follow, you gonna say tomorrow there are consequences behind this. So if people they say Kaifala not the work and Kaifala the balance people, because we know me I even this thing. Thank God they share everything we they go on in the country on the platform. Whether they get press briefing, you there for sharing people, you will get time, you go listen. If you know you will get time, you go even follow the page and listen the program later. We they listen in press briefing all we in give in you know, when we try for give this man credit a bit. Not to foresee we they try for is a hailer up right now because they try for we, but when we give us some impression, let we help her. Now we the citizen now we get for help her. We know say people that in the country, they ever stop for corrupt. They don't I don't know if in our courts they don't go join. Say they will continue for corrupt this country until their own lifetime go down. So but we will know say a wrong for we and for we generation, we get for the behind that mandate. Any way corruption practices enter, we prosecute them, we pull them and do. And then they will now we get for do. So a case study with Uganda. Uganda, the election, the president Museveni is over 35 years in power. When they conduct election, they malpractice the election. UN observers they go write a recommendation for that. And they follow one. This 14th election where they can this 2020 tomorrow. They don't tell and say they're not going to give representative because anytime we they give representative for monitor the election, when the result come out, they give recommendation. They follow one. So they're not going to go follow people that we don't need to follow recommendation. It's very important in democracy. So what the Auditor General they do so is good, and what the Kaifala they do as they follow the Auditor General report for the recommendation the Auditor General they give, they follow one is good. And the one that they follow the due process, we don't need to follow the due process, then they pay the damage. Tomorrow, the one that they inside, they say go they see down they go follow the procedure now. So for we it's good. The one that they discredit, it left to them. Or we would pray to God, get God church the commissioner in heart. They no follow no politics. Nobody they no get secret card for. Anybody do bad, they present up for we and they would pray God for. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Manny. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and side call from, please.
Yeah, my name is Fala. I call from London.
Yes, Fala, you get 3 minutes, sir.
I just want for throw lights contribute quickly 1 minute. The question I want to ask, because I remember the last time they will launch one other project by Benguima where they say the build hospital for this same one where the government want for build. They are waiting me. They say this one where they want where the government Ben Kaifala don't give the government money. Check them. That check they now go up on the bridge. They then left them people the way in the bill the same thing where they do by Benguima. Because I remember the launch and send us some Lebanese people then by or whatever. Now we say if one can do the same thing Nigeria. So me they ask this check the way in the give. The money now go towards the bridge, let them less in that burden they waiting for puts. But we for picking the way in the camp for letting not pay too much money for that bridge. Then two, I want to give kudos to Ben Kaifala. Yes. Now human, not perfect. He will make one mistake or another. But please, for the crown down. Now huge tax it take. When a very, very risky tax. But people then they're not good in that kind of position, they're afraid. And the other question again, where I want to ask, now they're saying they begin sell the host away in the season that people there. They are them money they're always in the sell. With this way and don't collect. Meanwhile, let them put on towards the bridge. They let them the money where Salonga for pay for that bridge. I understand say $400 million. So if they're able to pay like $200 million, it will be less for we. So that we pick in there. Now we can carry this burden here too much. I'm a contribution that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Fala. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and inside the call from, please.
Oh, this is Sanu. I call from Hawaii. How are you, ba?
Good, Sanu, you get 3 minutes.
It's actually saying a clever man. My brother, I see you point to side where they come from. I'm telling you. I'm an country today, not just a game. Not just a game. I'm telling you, nothing will come out of this, my brother. Nothing will come out of this. You know, Ben Kaifala, I can already tell you, say, these guys, these people, they already take Sierra Leone as an illiterate. 99% of the people, they're illiterate. Then, they all vote in an administration as well, they don't capture the people. You know, okay, they already come, they can't lie by people. That's why they don't take away in that country today. Now, me go already text you, say, those checks are fake. Fake, man. Telling you, nothing is not there in the bank. Nothing is not there. That money they don't divert all us. Nothing not there. And money they you go keep big money like that. All the bank government will tell you, say, pass and go print money. Why would I not put down the first level asset to discuss them? You say, when I keep an on account. When I government money. Like what if you say, the last time you say, we don't get a check, we don't put the money at the consolidated one. Now, so they say the money in their account. If the money not in their account, I will go talk, say they don't get that money. You know, that guy they kind into politics, it's like you don't take 50 years into politics. Very careful. You know, it is time for being a legal excuses. They will tell me, say, people they don't eat money because of the system, but they follow a procedure. Now, a form of way, you know, given free to them people. At the end of the day, if you go to the people and say, we have investigated this thing. But at the end of the day, we found out, say, most of the people, they use the money, but because of the lack of which, no. If people are saving, I was once an auditor. I worked for Taylor before I came to America. There is one issue of receipts. One other guy mentioned that thing about receipts. My brother. You know, even that said, they recommend that to the auditor, you know, one of the auditor to Lara. Why did they take people in? When I don't eat the financial, when I don't account for the financial year for their audit today, they won't account for receipts. When they give them back 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, will go for receipts. When they go for audit, you don't need receipts. You don't need that in receipts, no documents. At the end of the day, you know, those things, we recommend those things. You don't for be happy, you know, for happy. For give somebody who don't misappropriate for go for receipts for carry time. You know, they go to the Lebanese shop, they go to the people, and they want to take fake receipts. At the end of the day, when we go verify the performer invoice. That Lebanese man will tell you, say, hey, this year we get some more, this year we don't lose. You know, all those systems is messed up in another country. Everything's messed up. No system review. They're going to tell you, say, that it's a system review. No, it's the old system. They always play the language. They always play the language of people. You who get for the different people at the gathering talk, say, you go for the people and they just maybe they're just because of lack of documents or because of this and that. You don't free them already. Like just what he said. You only know the one they go after. That's why the police have always say you can go after them. Now the one they hold them at their own side. Always. I want to tell you this. All those guys is fake. All those are crooks. Nothing. All crooks. They're not transparent. Nothing. Everything is crook. I think they talk money, say, just will not get it, don't get it, will not see no physical, tangible, anything in it. Money not in the country right so. They say they will not keep 20-something billion. It didn't have no account. How many people are not getting bank government? Hey, brother, it's fake. Thank you, man.
Thank you very much, Sanu. Yes, caller, you're live on here. Your name and who side call from, please.
Mr. Mike, I call from Philadelphia.
Yes, Mike, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Oh, no, not tonight, man. Oh, no, not tonight. I don't tell them that this long thing. But why they talk people that if you see no more on this administration, me no like or not. You know, but you see, Ben Kaifala, you know, they fight corruption. Ben Kaifala, they're all day by the corruption. We're not tonight, man. This case now buff case. 2019 audit report now buff case. This is done. All right. I'm not wasting our time. This is done. We'll wait for the 2021 one till they come back. Later one they done back. Ben Kaifala not the fight corruption. Me just want to tell you Salon people, all right? All the money they don't lose, so they don't go for nothing. Yeah? You see, Salon not to say the system bad, that the people who they put in charge, that they're rotting. No, then they'll get for understand. The people who they put in charge for run with country, they're completely rotting. They make the country they go before. You know, until we begin changing them people they are, nothing not they change. Okay? We they fight corruption. Now the people they will put before now they rotting. No one accept that day. PUSLPP or APC, the people they put before, they're rotting. Corruption not they done because the people are rotting. Now that's not the problem now in a salon, you know. We need to begin choose better leader than another country. That's the only way Salon go before. Everyone enjoy the thief. And with the support there. APC come back, the thief. The country, they go backward with the support there. People, and they want to support this administration. Then they thief all things, you know. I don't tell no fear, man. Salon, we have to think as one and talk as one people. No, the Sidonian people, they ruin the country. And destroy the country, we just play around with the laugh, you know. It's not a laughing matter, man. Salon, they go behind. Yeah, Salon people, they all talk as one voice, as one people. You know, BIUSF people are APC. When Salon Poel, now we all long Poel. Now we all long go behind, you know. When people have the TV money, so now we all long go behind. What the country then not pandemic, now we all long go behind. No, they think that way. They all they think about party business. And then people in the Poel country, who know they just support them, you know. And I mean contribution and no more.
Thank you very much, Mike. Yes, caller, ID live on air. Your name and who side the call from, please.
Yeah, listen, I had a call from yours.
Yes, I get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to remind take it easy, Mike, you know. Even though something they not really they talk, but they take it easy, let not stress himself out. Mr. said, so I've been there last year with emotions. I just realized, say, no waste of time, you know, waste of breath. Nothing will change. A country they don't well. Tribal, regional, political. It never change. All man in the corner. People go come here and go talk, say this, that. Go election, 10 come, all man they go to the corner. Red they go to red, green they go to green. C4C or NGC or the other than call all man they go to the corner. You know. My advice no more to the people over there in the diaspora, if you able to help your person within the country, try by all possible means to help them. Until if change happens, we embrace them. But if you say we they wait for change, that one day we no go see and just now. People in the street they talk about bridge. Bridge very important, not a priority. The country need light. The country need water. The country need medical. These are the priorities. The thing they therefore focus on. If they do them things, then they at least they go able for and then create an environment where some people go forget about corruption. But you know, they give people them the basic things and what they need, then go be angry. But Mali say a hungry man is an angry man. You don't know who's will explode. That's my contribution.
Thank you very much, Ayo.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yes, caller, ID live on air. Your name and who side the call from, please.
My name is Lucinda Wilson at the call from Minnesota.
You get 3 minutes, ma.
And this thing where we did talk about Ben Kaifala with the money, or we don't get that, and all the rest of it. And we did talk about corruption. Me, your contribution now, this corruption, we are not the government. Now we are the people, then now we are the government. And now we are the people, then back now we corrupt. Because not to everything we get for talks in our government. Sometimes we self get for step up as we as the citizen of Sierra Leone. I will give an example. Let me take an example of Heimat. So much people that are in the last period and we don't build houses and then places. But yes, right now security in the country. All the thief murder 24/7 around the clock. We are greed and we selfish. So everything we they blame on the family. I know they talk on party, and they talk about we as an individual. We are for develop that country. Now we start it in that country. They know to everything when our government do want. We get what they call community engagement. But even the one day na high man, more talk and say we don't want to government. Government, we want 50 policemen. We can't build your police station na that place. If government they pay the 100,000 days with a bag of rice, we say give them 1 bag of rice and 50,000. They go get the patrol, they take security for we. So all these things they not help the community. We get places, they look this place where they call Dodona by Gold Rich and water commodity. People ready to be around and surroundings, then they all man they buy pipe, they go connect up for that water. That water they plenty in nice get it cool down. All what we need for the we as an individual, we come together, we build a power a house, water power house. We deploy 10 people there, we they pay they clean around that water. That we don't put people there to work. We need a work for do not to everything is about government, about government. Government getting your issue, but we still getting your issue. Look how we country don't turn over. There are certain things that we all for come together. We put proposal then together. We march out and go and see the government in peace. And we put it in there to us. We need we say can assist, but we not go do that. And violence not to the way that only two parties there, yeah, SLPP or APC party, they all are the same mama bond. But would that go make let them people they are change? We as an individual, we now we go make let them change. So within a million for all we the Sierra Leoneans there, who feel say we did diaspora, we need a lot of work for done in that country there. It's not all about government. If we feel all them things now we they talk so, why some of we not go come together? We decide and go and engage with the government. It not go for me, you go for me a political. No, you don't. You go be a civil Sierra Leonean where you need good intention for that country. Day. And like una 5-10, una go, una put it together, una bring una your little contribution to how we will push this country, this nation forward. But if we say everything is about government, I feel say we there first so me no know say they go lead me. If now we graveyard they go lead me. Because it will be very difficult. Because we, the Sierra Leoneans, we are so selfish and greedy. The one that they get money, they see no top businessman in that country. When I began export license, I went to Sierra Leone for a meeting. I was the youngest and the only Sierra Leonean even get export license. All the rest we are Fulaman, Lebanese man there. We don't even know it in a business. We port now that they live with port. Not to the former president of Ghana, John Muhammad, his small brother. We they take the money now with the bring and come. We don't know how to implement the money now we country and put the brothers there to work. Because we feel so we not get the money the right way. And we know they can't work with self now, yeah. We they see this money like say very important. Yeah, very important, but not important for any Sierra Leonean. If you go there, you open bills now, you make out to a way where you self the pay there, you take what you without can land now, yeah. So me always tell they try for say, do your brother and sisters. Una more look back and see how we go bring this na very tiny nation until you travel na Africa continent. Now you go know say Sierra Leone a small nation na an island where we get everything, but yet still people that they suffer. We must make we start for do something. We won't feel say we sabi because now we don't play that country there. We must more take step back and try for bring an option how for push the nation before. Now me your contribution that.
Thank you very much. Because today on now this money where the government, this particular administration now be the focus part. But what you talk so fine, but then they can left hand for Saturdays. Saturday where you call, like anything we related to waiting you want to talk so you get opportunity. Because today on now the government bing that money we lost so we not able to account for now then we hide it. But this is why we talk about like it's fine, but then enough for Saturday.
Okay, sir. That money, accountability need for commode. Because if they take their money there, they tell we say whether they pay their money there, they need for tell we who said the money don't go, how do they implement the money? Because their money there, oh, now we go take, we be hospitals there, schools there, we not even get women hospital at Sierra Leone. Real woman hospital, real gynae in all day. So we need the money then they therefore put accountability. Now this what our honorable tower concept be talk. Where they all turn against them. Say where the man are this, the man are this. The government will be careful because that country is so now for we all not to amend government, not timini limba lokona we all get that government state. So then they left for cry people then down.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Then they left for cry people down. The people that they try for do the right thing. Yeah.
Right, yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So that money there, we need accountability for that money there. We want to know how they implement it. We want to know what they don't do with the money.
Thank you very much. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who side the call from, please?
This is Ibrahim from Maryland.
Yes, Ibrahim, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you, brother. You know, like what you always say, no stress. Them people there, and they play with the minds of the ordinary Sierra Leoneans there. We still know say presidentbio no serious for fight corruption. We then go alala say the previous administration don't thief. We not even know waiting there na the commission of inquiry and just they go ala. Now commission of inquiry don't come, white paper don't come, we don't hear recommendations. Then say the one who then found guilty, if they convict them, make them ban them from public office, may not able run for politics or be any public office. He say no, he go the other way because himself not part of the corruption. Because if he really is genuine and he really can't say they can't fight corruption, I feel say the recommendation where them put that COID, if I don't honor him. Ben Kaifala they serve as the defense counsel for presidentbio. Because if Ben Kaifala they get the bull man they sit down, if they try for defend this 2019 audit report, they say the money we lost, you know me say native dentifa. Why it not been a talk to the previous audit report the way they come away they do investigation right now. The corruption way they fight, na cherry picking. Na so me they say. Right now, all we don't see now, we know we get policy, we get for fit for we the citizens there. Because we get the one there who they enjoy, when the party picking there, then they always for defend. How they give this man credit? The money they say he don't collect. You know they see the money they reflect to we the citizens as alone. How they get credit? We they see no more ordinary check, they go give the president, they say the money they from where you give the corruption, all the money we don't receive. Why you not try to implement something what they will see with we eye? Which credit why they give and Kaifala say you don't do something? Nothing I not get credit. Until I see the money we they collect, I see say now this night don't do with them. You know, now only now God now get for turn to say them people there where they can't play to mind them, they thief for money, when they begin swear them, they go begin punish them from this one till next one. All the money in the thief, they don't enjoy them. Make them die like pauper, then left her. So that's my contribution to it. Thank you very much. The thing one of me.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim.
All right.
Yes, call ID live on here. You name and side the call from, please.
Yes, Triple A. Thank you very much for giving me the platform. This now Usman Mansaya, the call for Maryland.
Yes, Usman, get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, Triple A, you see Ben Kaifala, he threatening, they defend. And I see them begin soon and then language now he get for the talk. He get for succumb to the politician in a salon. Corruption in a salon is very, very serious. You know, just like how the other man said this now. Then man, allow press them, let them give you power and water. Light and water now you want. If you light in a salon, most of who they come out, they go invest, begin to open companies then. Now so salon get for change. But this corruption, then they say and they said, no. Like I said the other time, politics is expensive. Any one minister, you know how much village and they behind them. If they manage, they don't kind of part, they don't manage 1 year, 2 years. Trust me, get for turn the other way. People they get pressure behind them. Now the poverty in a salon. The biggest thing we need na salon na power 24 hours light. Let a platform they in a salon so that we can get small thing and you get 50,000. You know, so oh yes, this can do for me. I go open company in a salon. We begin that competition. They begin and so salon get for change. But corruption, no, not the same people. Trust me, people. Not the same people. Corruption, they in a salon. Me, I've been in a salon. I've been clearing and forwarding. I know about corruption. Anytime we can with any law for block, we will declare. We go sit down, we look at 1 week, 2 weeks. We don't find way for dodge all thing and go the other way. Na so salon day. The corruption is very, very serious. For instance, where you carry motokago na salon, you understand? The car, the SUV, 56% of them now you for pay as duty. If you carry 2020 motokago, let me say you carry Toyota 4Runner, then let me say $30,000. No, they're not going. You not go get my pin down there for me under the corruption because the customer would go examiner. Where she don't talk to, I don't know. And after another way, no, they don't go detect down there because you begin with 12 entry. At the end of the day, before they come on a door, now 1 entry they then yan. And we reach the main gate, nobody looking for that year or not. Once you don't balance that side, now already one customer would go examine and I want to get sabi down there. The collector, the one they would go put value for nothing, and not sabi all about that. Corruption, it is serious one as salon. That thing, you know, they train to the politician. What this guy go just can't make like no more. Then they do the same thing back. Nothing, you know, they come up behind that. The only two who they beg there, let them just give you lights, 24 hours lights. Then they go change salon. Tripoli. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Usman.
Yeah.
Kaifala, you name the place, sir. Kaifala, you name the play. But not the job. Yes, caller, you live on here. You name and side the call from, please.
Tripoli, this is not a large call from Maryland.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much. First of all, Ben Kaifala. Now investigate or they give people an insight about how they do investigation. Because from your understanding, when are they investigate for last 4 points against the post where they investigate. Not to give you insight, say, you know, will they give them time for letting them find receipts. You want investigate when they don't even get a receipt. So you go score points, say, look, where's your receipt? What did you do with this money? Let them defend themselves right there. If they don't put no receipt, the jail time. I mean, it's simple. You can't just say, well, now we're going to investigate if the receipts wouldn't come with, not to say it be. You don't get the insights. So straight away, we say first and they go. Bam. We say them get the property them. Then they go change everything. We know all them people in there. We know them people that do business as alone. You understand? We say supposed to go give them $5,000 or $2,000. Say, look, this is how I put that receipt here. If they put on, take tomorrow, you don't put on. Say that, so that's the moment they say, if they say, okay, this is maybe they selling motor car or it change the price, you don't go say, why you go ask why for changing price. Then they sell the market. I mean, but if you didn't investigate, you can't give somebody insight about what you investigate for. You can't. Audit, when you go audit people, yes, they tell us, say, I can't audit, they get the list of what I can't audit you for. I can't audit you for this. But you know they can give the insight, say, I foresee receipt for the not to do it down there. Now then duty for pull receipt for it. If you don't pull her, they straight away, there's no case no there, case but who talk no the other, not jail time. You understand? Not jail time. Not go back. They say they put Mac as the main computer they buy. What do they go bring Dell? If you know all of it, I mean, but who talk for they say not to the right computer then bring us. When 10 weeks for go to jail, you shouldn't not court. Let them go pull the receipt. When they pull dead, you pull Mac as the original receipt, jail time. I mean, it's simple. Why would you go and beat around the bush? Ben Kaifala, if you really want to do your job, don't give people insights. Not defend people. Go ahead and do your job and put people to, you know, let people face their responsibility. No, for talk. Thank you very much, Tripoli.
Thank you very much, Alaji.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir. When I listen to a lot of callers than just now, people in the call for Ben Kaifala for the money where they collect. I think I don't know, I might stand to be corrected, but I want for things say Ben Kaifala no they decide, the commissioner, no they decide waiting for do with the money where they collect. Ben Kaifala is an employee of the president. We're supposed to work with the judiciary and the parliament for see corruption done in our country. Yes, it come up with a scheme where say in they work with corrupt people for making them pay up because they lost them, not they in way and fashion and manner where it feels they go bet people that now before the 2019 ACC the amended act. When it collects the first money, would I go hand over again? Okay, I see people and still they say check, na fake check, alright. But it go hand over and give the president. Now yanda the president na tell we say the money they go for diagnostic center. So not to Ben Kaifala they go pay for diagnostic center. In your job na and for collect. The president of Sierra Leone now him be tell we that one day So I think say instead of we they direct this thing to Ben Kaifala, they would direct them to the president of Sierra Leone. Because now him be tell we now Ben Kaifala don't collect to the last check we give 23 billion leons. So now like $2.3 million. Now he don't collect. Thief money. Money way for be just go for thing. Eh? Now he don't collect. I think then for begin buy cement with that money there. Yes, then for begin buy so that the work go begin, because the work not to magic, not to like say then get magic one, we then go just go to the site, then wave the one, then the diagnostic center just appear like that. So the reason now where people they doubt this money now because nothing not there for sure they una they collect, no more una they collect. But last month, the first lady say, where should they run after them so for the money? Because that the money now want take for build the bridge. The president want build the diagnostic center with the money. That was a long time ago the president tell me that. Even when they carry this last check, the president still reiterates back, say, this money get for go towards the diagnostic center. 2 weeks after Ben Kaifala carry that money, where the first lady be the dance. You know, eh? Not to that other dance, na that philo. No. This na the other dance. Yes, the other dance. Now they talk say. Yes, then they make sure now and da. But the money we should they run at so we want for build the bridge because they talk against this bridge. Now make could they run at they let them pay the money for build the bridge. Not to than the president be say. Although we should can begin again so small. Something like that line there you get for can end up. Eh? But what I'm saying here, Ben Kaifala don't do your own job, he collects the money. Let us say presidentbio do you at the diagnostic center where you say the bill. With that money where Kaifala they go give you. When you they start. Because in for collect and hand over. Not when they decide. Now so me think unless if otherwise. Huh? Then I see people where we talk about this particular audit report. Now yeah, for me, AAA, I say yes, Ben Kaifala, he did do am. Now yeah, I talk the other time say for collector 2.3 million day. If he not be collector, he don't go for thing. Who know they say again? Who know they say? So for the matter of fact where he collects that money there, of course, he did do well. But people always they come after him because they feel say it a cherry pick. And inside this press conference, we see how in the commissioner they try for justify. Even though they say somebody will pay for this. But now in back don't talk say then say not to for say native then thief the money. Well, then two things and then somebody will pay for this and not for say native then thief the money. They'll two go together. Eh? Woman in Minneapolis they ask say, why make this money get for go to one individual? Any one individual. Well, the money inside the consolidated fund they go, but then get for do a photo up for make we know say Ben Kaifala be don't collect this money and the president I am so go show your employer. But inside the consolidated fund and then the money they end up. There should be neutral body for this kind of fund where the intent now for development of the country. Now then the president says he say because when they go don't do that, they then go able to show people and say this one here where we build so. Now the money where they be don't thief now take build this. Or are we waiting for election year? Then that thing they will go to on dirty. Yeah, then it ain't gonna be the sorriest part. Eh? Let me say, you wait for election year, you go to on dirty, though you not can win. Though I can't turn like a for say small, the one they wanna collect this money from, now they can win. Yeah. And they go sorry full. I don't know if you know the think and so. Say what if the coin turn just now? Eh? Look all the thing the way the previous administration for doing and not be do. Then be the anger, then the anger. Say this now we back they come. Now this administration then they cruise on the thing then get explanation. As I say for go up in Kiama with hospital, they say, let's put onto the previous administration. As I say city council, they say, let's put onto the previous administration. As I say them bridge, they say, let's put onto the previous administration. Tell you be there, you get time, do it. Because this scenario I give so. Hey, you not go for you. So the tell when I get time now when I don't collect this money, now when I for begin the work. Because trust me, if slightest chance this thing not happen, like how they anticipate, what they want they flip the script, eh? When I go ask, if they want they flip scripts now, person ask if really, eh? Okay. You get the opportunity now. Do it now. Even people them way they work now different. Tomorrow morning self, the president can work, he change you. Can just wake up, he change you. Now you go to go and explain now. You go to go explain. You forget to you job not permanent, the permanent secretary. Eh? Then you forget. So you job in not permanent, the permanent secretary. So when you know one for make you mark, when you know one for deliver. We still the wait. 2019 audit report. Hey, that's the option they hand for full. Eh? They hand for full, not too small. Because this one, where then they begin go after. Somebody will pay for this, somebody. Somebody will be somebody. I don't know if anti-corruption they hire. With this kind of material they announce today, you not think for they look for recruit people, eh? They get the manpower for go after all this. Something I make the Justice Department, then they take their own time. But I don't know if you notice. Anti-corruption just says somebody will go to jail, somebody will go CID, somebody will pay heavily, but they're not able to explain to you. This is just how they do them. But the Justice Department for the Commission of Inquiry, then they tell you strictly, say, if they want, then they no go pay now. If they no go pay now, any kind legal fee, it go then at the aid. Any kind legal fee go then at the aid. Now I talked the other day, say, anti-corruption say for begin charge all the expense, but then people there. Let's say for begin charge expense. So that at least then self go to get where you collect, you pull your expense. Una work go they pay for himself. Una work go they pay for himself. Well, una lost now, una go owe the state. So una go know it una go after really. But I think say Lord left that side tomorrow. Now we get for go begin open the grave then for pull the money there. And so today we they talk and 9 people them get so then be they dig money. If you know say get lock safe. I like na Justice Department self e comot. For that what they were talking, for go show we who say he see them bury money in a grave. Balo enga. Tomorrow, go there back. Eh? Tomorrow, we go come back for can talk about that one day. Today, we don't deal with ACC on. Commissioner Ben, fine gentleman. Do you work, sir? Eh? Prove we. Say you are capable. Right now, you don't tell you. They don't subscribe them to notary. Na salon. I don't know, but who that be administer? Now the Chief Justice. So for making himself now, he hail the Chief Justice like that. But say that because of waiting the Ngia yesterday, I make it they talk so good and highly about the Chief Justice. I don't know that question I ask a big. But anyway, tomorrow we'll go there for deal with the other side of the coin. Today na this side. Tomorrow we'll go deal with the other side. Yeah? Let's see how they want do for follow the recommendations of the commissions of inquiry. Till we meet again tomorrow. Triple SA, Tata.